All right, so here is the 110 with the BBR inverted fork kit, disc brake. You can see the hydraulic here, billet clamps, adjustable. Pretty cool. This bike came with the carbon tank cover, which is pretty sweet. Little red valve cover, and you can kind of see in there the intake tube. Looks like it's just a little bit bigger than the stock one. BBR billet rear with the Excel wheel, which is pretty cool. Elka rear shock, you can see there with the adjustable reservoir. It's pretty trick. Compare that to the stock forks, pretty small. And then the stock swing arm, yeah, way different. So kind of cool, have them both. We're pulling the seat on this one and the ECU on these right underneath the seat. So the ECU here plugs in, sits right under the seat, this little grommet. So easy enough. You can also see we've got to pull the shock, but you can adjust the height of the shock actually. So it slides up and down. There's a little Allen key there, which will hold it in place, which is pretty sweet. So it'll thread in. So right now it's at a +1 height to sit with the forks, which are almost flush. There in the triple clamp. So we can adjust the ride height. Sits a little bit taller than stock. Not too bad though. This is a, what is this, 2021? 22 probably? And this is a 2019. So this one's quite a bit older, first year. But yeah, there we go. So there's a little bit of detail. We're gonna pull the ECU, send it to CJR, and we're also going to pull the intake here because they need the core in order to ship us out the bigger throttle body. So we're gonna do the stock bore, cam, piston, throttle body, valve springs, intake. Yeah, but stock exhaust still. Keep it nice and quiet for riding around the neighborhood and everything. And yeah, keep you guys posted on the progress when we get the parts in. There we go. All right, so all you do is a little push pin in the side, pop that up with a screwdriver, 8mm there, 8mm for the seat. And get a better view of this vertical shock, which is again pretty freaking sweet. This whole billet piece bolts onto the frame where the stock shock would go up here. So pretty easy to pull. Gives us a little bit more space to get in. Got a couple things to unbolt. There's a fuel injector in there, that throttle body, and then that intake horn, which is right in there. So we'll pull the cover. It's a couple of screws. It'll get us some more space out of the way. And hopefully that gives us enough space. I don't really want to pull this air box here. I guess we're gonna need to anyways, but I don't know. Okay, we'll try it kind of real time. How about that? Oh, so that's the mount that goes there. There's that. I mean, it's all got to come out sooner or later, so it doesn't really matter too much, but get a screwdriver. See what we got. That one worked. Shall see. This is great radio. Oh yeah, that carbon piece is just like a little cover. It's kind of hard one-handed. All right. All right, sit rep. This piece, we stripped this bolt out, so we had to break that off. So that's the cover for the throttle body. This is a 10 right here, which holds on the spark plug wire. So we undid that with a little 10-inch wrench, or not 10-inch wrench, 10 millimeter. Here we go. So now what we need to do is do the other side, and then this intake horn will pull out. We've got to unbolt the injector, which is here. There's a little clip. So we'll just pull out this little wire here. We'll pause. Helps to go up and down on that, so we got that out of there. Looks like there's another sensor up here, or something. Those KX bikes are quite a bit simpler than these new fuel injected ones, but we like the fuel injection. That's kind of a bear. Beautiful. So there's two wires there. We'll undo these two 10 millimeters for the fuel injector. We'll pop that out, and then we'll let's see. We'll need to go to the other side. So there we go. All right. Yeah, we can just use our handy little wrench here. Hopefully it'll fit. Maybe not. From here. Hope we got enough room to on there tight. There we go. I don't think we're gonna be able to get that other one out. Looks a little too tight for space. So we'll probably go to the other side and unclip the fuel line comes in on the other side. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So let's see if we can do that. We'll undo this air boot, get that apart. All right, so we're on the other side of the bike. There are these two clips. We got one undone there. There's another one for the throttle body. So if you see here, there's a little gray clip. I hate these clips. There we go, 1 and 2. That'll sit down there. That'll free us up for this other thing there. And then we just need a little flathead for our intake. So we'll be able to loosen up our intake tube. This has the aftermarket red one on it. Other bike has a stock one. Move that out of the way. And then another 10 on here. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get to with our ratchet, but we'll see. Oh, we can, thank goodness. Always so much easier with a ratchet. And then they just finger tight. Threads are nice. So when you buy the CJR kit, they want your intake horn as a core. So you ship it in, and they will ship you a new intake core, which on this isn't a big deal because we're got to do the throttle body and pull the cylinder anyways. And then we're going to pull the head, obviously, to do the cylinder, and then we'll do the cam and valve springs. So get these little bolts there, identical there. That's loose now. There's a little vacuum line there, which we plugged into. Now we can start to unbolt the throttle body. You see this 8 here, and I'm sure there's another one somewhere on it to get the throttle body off. But honestly, we may do that secondary, but there's another 10 over here that I'm seeing that we got to get off. So we'll go to the other side. Nice thing is these little bikes, you can just move them in and out of the way. Yeah, so see, this is holding on some other stuff, so pull that off of there. Oh, maybe not, since we pulled the intake. Now it's gonna spin. So we'll bolt that back down so that we can hold it in place and get some leverage on this. Hopefully. First time filming holding. All right, we're gonna have to bolt both of them back down. Nice. Good to know. Ignore the sequence of events. Not helpful for you viewers at home. Okay. Round 3. Another thing that would make this better is watching YouTube videos on how to do this and then making a YouTube video. I don't know if that would be meta or something, but now we're loosening it by hand. All right, that came off, wonderful. Now we'll pull the throttle body off. Hopefully for the last time. Again, just had all this nice and finger tight. Wonderful. Beautiful. So this is nice and loose now. We'll undo the throttle cables and then we'll be able to pull it out. So there we go. We're getting close. Throttle cable should be loose enough, but we can go ahead and loosen them up here. Had that return cable pretty tight. Okay, now there's these little nuts there, which we will attempt to get on. Looks like that's, maybe that's a 10. Hard to tell. Or maybe we can just get it off with a screwdriver. Alrighty, we'll pause and regroup. Alrighty, after some wrangling, we got it out. So here's what we did. We bought this fuel clip. So instead, we just unbolted the throttle body. There's two 8mm bolts, boom, boom, that hold the throttle body to this piece. This is the piece that CJR wants. As you can see, the crazy reduction down there. It's tiny, right into your motor. Really, really small. Fuel injector sprays directly almost into the cylinder, which is pretty cool. And then you can see also the stock Kean throttle body is pretty small. So unbolted that. Then it's a 10mm bolt to get the fuel injection. The fuel injector out. They're going to give us a new one that's bigger as well. Bigger fuel injector. So we're going to have to undo this part next. So these are the two pieces that will go to CJR, the ECU for flashing, and then our core, which will be our intake elbow, basically, is what that is. So we're gonna get new parts of those with the stock bore and be ready to roll on this thing. So we're getting pretty close. We'll put a little towel in there so we don't get anything in our cylinder. Get some new gaskets for all that, and then yeah, hook everything back up. So good so far, and keep you guys updated. There we go. There's the CRF, and then there's the CRF hybrid in the back that was sold. So that'll be going to a home in Washington State. So look for it in the dunes, Oregon dunes probably. Washington dunes as well, and if there are such a thing, I don't even know. Anyways, take care.